Welcome back to Figures Not Toys, where I review figures, not toys. I am wearing a green fedora because I just thought it'd look nice. I got this from Party City for $8. What? This thing costs about as much as this thing, essentially. Which I will be reviewing that later. But today we are going to be looking at the first parts of my action figures, like the first half of them. We are not reviewing anything from Godzilla Kong the New Empire because I have a Battle Wars Shimo coming in and I want to review all of those figures together. So, let's start. I don't know what we should start with first, so let's start first with the basic 6-inch Godzilla with heat ray. Now you're probably thinking, hey, you said you weren't reviewing anything from Godzilla Kong the New Empire, and this is from the Godzilla Kong the New Empire line. Yes, but it's just a remold. It is literally a remold of the laser beam, and the spikes are painted differently. There's nothing different. So, what all can this figure do? Well, it has a heat ray. Looks pretty cool. Looks nice. Has a mouth which can open and close. Let me move the camera closer. Holy cow. There we go. Okay, so, yeah, it's got a mouth. Has arm articulation. Doesn't have hand articulation. You can't, like, bend the arms up. The tail is on a ball joint, which looks nice. Very squeaky. You can move the legs around, which is nice. And you can move the feet on the bottom of them. Also pretty nice. The paint job on the toes looks good. He's got a manicure or pedicure. I don't get my nails painted, so I don't know. But he also has this feature where there's a specific spot on his chest that you can kind of see here that you can pull off to reveal battle damage. Now, this is the piece of his chest you rip off, and to me, this is very concerning that a toy, not a toy, well, it's considered a toy, but I call it a figure. It's very concerning that a figure like this can be sold to 4-year-olds, because that's what the packaging says is ages 4 and up. And that's frankly kind of disturbing that we're able to sell that to a 4-year-old. Other than that, you get this laser beam, which you can stick up his mouth here. Get in there. There we go. And boom. He's firing his atomic breath. It's looking very nice. His head doesn't move, sadly. You can't move his head up and down. Which, I mean, okay, it's like a $10 figure. Man, I'm going to have to edit this. Or I might just leave it unedited. Who cares? It's funny. It's humorous. Alright. Next, we have Kong with the battle axe. This is the battle axe that Kong comes with, which this is from the official 2021 Godzilla vs. Kong line. So nobody out there, so I better not see anybody saying something about that. Now, obviously the paint job isn't very great on this. This legit looks like Kong from the Skull Island movie. Because he has that kind of brighter color. You know, he's less gray. You know, his face doesn't look like he has a beard. But let's get on to this figure's like articulation and stuff. You can turn his head around. He can't look up or down. I mean, that's okay. He has arm articulation here, which has like full range of motion. It's nice. Same on the elbows here. Good. And the hands here can rotate, which is also pretty cool. Next, you have this arm, which, same thing here. Same story here with the arm, the elbow, and the hand. And now the foot, you can move. This area also has a full range of motion. You can move this part around, you know, kind of give him a little kick. Like he's kicking somebody. His feet don't move around, which is a shame that you can't move his feet. That would have been nice. But hey, I'm not complaining. It's so cool. And now for the battle damage. Because I said this was a battle damage figure. So, we're just going to get this top part of his arm here, and it kind of gets stuck on the shoulder socket here, so you kind of have to pull it out, and it's kind of hard. So again, selling this to 4-year-olds, pretty violent. So now we know why the generation of 4-year-olds from 2021 became mass murderers. It's because they saw stuff like this. And to put it back in, it's definitely the hardest to put back in. You have to like slide it in under his shoulder here. I mean, it's not terribly hard. A 4-year-old could figure it out. Just a skill issue. And then you have his axe. Shame you can't like attach his axe to like his back. He has to like be holding it if you want to keep it there. It'll look cool, you know. Like reaches behind. You can like have him reach behind, get his axe, and then you hold it. Which it's kind of hard to put in. You kind of have to like bend his hand, so it's a little hard. But there you go. And sadly, Godzilla, if we have them on level ground, Kong has to like hold his axe very low in order to absorb energy. But hey, they're just $10 figures. And we're already 6 minutes in. I'm going to be cutting a lot of this video. Next, we have the Battle Roar Godzilla. Now, this thing pretty much has the same articulation as the Heat Ray Godzilla here, or Atomic Breath Godzilla, Battle Damage Godzilla, whatever you want to call him. He stands at 7 inches, and his spikes are translucent, which looks pretty cool. His feet turn, legs move, arms move. Mouth, I wouldn't really count the mouth as an articulation point. And the tail has a ball joint. So, let's hear what sounds he makes. Yep, that's the first sound, which is just a basic roar, and then he has the second sound, which kind of is a build-up. So, obviously, this doesn't make too many sounds. It's just it roaring. Not really a lot of sounds. And his head is sticking up, so he's constantly looking like this, which looks really weird and is very hard if you're not trying to recreate the one scene where Godzilla is looking up at Kong when he has his axe headed towards him. So, not really a great articulation figure. Next, we have the Battle Roar Kong. And again, you're going to say, this is from the new Empire line. Yes, but it's just a repaint, and it looks better. So, articulation, it's kind of mid. His arms can move, but you can't move them up. You can rotate his fists. Same on this arm, except this arm's like bent down. I mean, it's kind of like he's going to be beating on his chest. You can rotate his legs, which the way you rotate him is weird because you have his leg like this. Kind of doing the splits. That looks wrong. But since it's on that angle, you can also do this. That seems like something Gamera would do more than Kong. And the coolest part about this figure is it makes noise like this, but it's how its mouth opens that makes it cool. Yep, his mouth opens very realistically, and it's honestly terrifying. They could have used this in the 1933 film, it would have worked. Yeah, that's his second sound. Not really great. Kind of just like, which is how I'm doing for most of this video. Alright, and next up, we have this figure, which I spent $50 on a box version of this figure. Yep, that is the Playmates Mecha Godzilla with Proton Scream and Battle Damage. This figure is incredible. You can move its arms like this. You can move his arms around. Full range of motion like Kong. All that. You have the mouthpiece here. You have the laser, because his mouth can open and close. You have his mouth open all the way to here, which makes it really easy to put the laser in. Honestly, the laser here, not great. Kind of looks like he's smoking a cigarette. One of the most notable things I can think about this figure is, I'm pretty sure this was a coincidence, but the 2024 and the 2021 beam molds can beam clash together, which looks nice. Also, Kong's axe can fit in there, which that was probably intentional. Another cool thing it does, its legs have a full range of motion, and it has knee articulation, which I was not expecting the knee articulation, which this figure goes crazy. His feet can move around. Sadly, you can't move the hands or open and close them. That would have been really cool. And the tail is on a ball joint. The tail and dorsal plates mold go really well here. That's a lot of the things I've noticed about the Playmates figures is they don't exactly transition well, but this one transitions very well. That's why I think I like this figure a lot. Worth $50 to me, not to other people. Next up, we got the Battle Roar Mechagodzilla. This figure definitely has a different paint job and kind of looks a little more worn out, even though it's like pretty much brand new. The dorsal plates are solid color, which kind of looks weird to me. And yeah, its articulation's not great. You can move its arms up, and you can move its legs. Pretty much the same articulation as this Godzilla figure, but I mean, like, dude, this was Mechagodzilla. This is the figure we had before it. Oh, I lost his beam. This is the figure we had before it, or this is the figure we had before it, but this is the figure we had later. Just to me, I don't know if it's like a downgrade. It just feels different. So let's hear his roars and sounds he makes. And maybe he has more. Oh, yeah, his mouth locks up a lot. Honestly, I have no idea how many noises he makes. They just like put 500 different noises in here to distract you from kind of the average articulation here. That feels like the knees should move. The knees look like they should move, but they don't. So do the arms. The arms look like they should move, but they don't. It's annoying. It's really annoying. Next up is my former biggest figure that I have. This is the Giant Mechagodzilla. Now, why I get Giant Mechagodzilla back in 2021 instead of this thing? Because I was younger and I liked bigger. So, honestly, arm, like most of the articulation is just the same as the Battle Roar figure. The mouth can't open, which kind of stinks. But it does have movable hands. The hands can rotate and close in, which honestly, that's amazing. Hands can have a hinge here. Honestly, that's a lot. This is a lot of detail for hands in a Playmates figure. Does the tail come on a ball joint? Sadly, no. It's a swivel. I never noticed that this part swiveled as well. How have I've had this figure for like 3 years. How have I not noticed this can swivel as well? I'm an idiot. Anyway, let's focus on his dorsal plates. Dorsal plates look really good, except for like these ones in the middle that don't have the silver on them. But I really like the silver here. Looks nice. And the paint job here is also really great. All the Mechagodzillas had a good dorsal plate to tail spikes like transition. They had a good transition between those. Alright, what figure to do next? Alright, next we're going to do the NECA Shin Godzilla. Yes, I noticed one of his toenails is missing. Do I care? No. So, NECA Shin Godzilla is really cool. He's got these phenomenally painted dorsal plates. And right here you can see, yeah, it has 5 rows. They're uneven, which is cool. And let's get on to the articulation. It's decent. It's kind of stiff, but I mean, it's more for display and not play. But the thighs here have a good opening range of motion. This left leg, I feel like is better at moving around. I don't know why. The knees are pretty good. Also, And the feet, not so much. The feet feel like they should be able to move, but they don't. I don't know. Next we have the torso movement, which torso movement's pretty good. I say as it's like creaking. But I mean, you can turn his torso, which that's important. Like that much. Now let's go on to his arms. His arms are great. Why? Because they're accurate to the movie in that you can barely move them. You can move his hands though. That's nice. Like, pay up the cash. Pay up the cash, Godzilla. I'm not paying you anything. And next, let's get into the neck articulation. The NECA articulation. Yeah, I'm sorry. So, his neck can move around, basically, but you can also just 360 it like this. Like, what's up? Truly the most terrifying Godzilla. And you can also open his mouth. Very terrifying looking. This thing will forever haunt my nightmares. And now the tail. Tail is very hard to articulate because it's super big. But it does have a lot of nice movement. It's got a lot of cool detail. You got the... I'll see if I can focus it in, but you can kind of see, you know, you've got the tail. The tail's like painted. Looking like it's, yeah, like it has the face and everything. And you got these pegs, which I'm pretty sure is like to keep it in place. I don't know. Mine didn't come with a base. Yeah, that's Shin Godzilla. I didn't get the Playmates one. Good. The Playmates one is awful. Next, we have the Battle Damage King Ghidorah figure. This thing is cool. I like this. The wings are nice looking. It's bugging me. The wings are nice looking. And you got up here, you got the details. You got like veins and stuff. That's really nice. You got claws up here, which look good. And each of the heads, you know, you got your regular guy here. Now, oh great. See, here's the problem. It's mirrored for me, so this is Kevin. But for you guys, it's the first one. But I swear this is Kevin. This is Kevin. This is not Kevin. This is Kevin. I swear. And yeah, looks nice. It's got tails. The tails are pretty cool. Tails are also on a ball joint here, just like the heads. You know, you can kind of rotate the heads. Heads feel very noodly, which I mean, makes sense. The wings don't have any hinges, but I mean, they look nice. Yeah, they make up for it for being in this really dope pose. And since it's battle damage, you can rip this chest piece off. Boom. Why can we let our kids see this? And that reminds me, I forgot to show off the battle damage for Mechagodzilla. Basic mistakes there. And he's got this chest piece, which you can rip off, and boom, you can see some of his insides, his inside workings. Pretty dope figure. How did I forget to show that off? Alright, and next we get to our Titan Tech figures. First we have Titan Tech Godzilla, which has arm movement here, hand rotation, arm, hand rotation, open his mouth, close his mouth, you can move his legs, no knee articulation, and you can move his feet. And his tail is on a swivel joint. Very annoying. Now, we gotta transform this guy. And is this gonna take a long time? Yes. Are there videos where people transform them? Yes. So you're not missing out on anything. So I'm gonna pause and come back when it's finished. Pause. And we're back. So now Godzilla is transformed into his Titan Tech form. What's different about him? He's got his back here's unfolded to bring these lightning shooters, maybe? I don't know what they are. Got some missiles on his legs. He's got these blades here. These are nuts. Got some chest armor. Got some improved dorsal plates, which you'll notice look very similar to Mega Godzilla from the leaks where he had the red armor or whatever. And then you have the tail here, which this is the tail's armored up. Kind of feel like there should have been more. For some reason, this blade can bend down, which I don't know why. It just can. I mean, but when you do that, it doesn't even like, it's not like it's an unfold thing because you can't put it in like that. So it's weird. Why can you do that? Why does it go down like this? It looks worse. I don't understand. I don't understand anything about this figure. It's so confusing. But hey, it's weird and I like it. So don't judge me. So let's get our next Titan Tech figure. Godzilla almost killed himself there. Alright, probably can't say that. I'll get demonetized. Alright, next we have Titan Tech Kong, which, holy cow, he looks like he's seen some stuff. Or, well, not on my camera it looks like normal, but like, you zoom in, it looks like he's seen stuff. So, you know, he's got his basic arm movement. It's very smooth. Kind of looks like a weird green color. You know, doesn't have arm rotation or elbow rotation, so he's kind of a downgrade. But his legs do have the full range of motion, and you can rotate his feet. He also comes with this crazy axe here. It's crazy looking. And now we gotta transform this guy. And we're back, and Kong has transformed into this craziness. And so let's give him an axe. Like the axe should have been silver, considering most of him is silver, and then we get this, which is like blue and gold. Or at least Godzilla should have had some gold on him, so this axe would match him better. Because I assume it's based off of his dorsal plates. But this thing is crazy. He's got like sunglasses, he's got like an earpiece and everything. Like, who's he talking to? You know, I can understand him. Why does he have a mic? He's got this antenna, he's got some missiles. He's got whatever happened to his arms here. It looks like crumbled tinfoil. And then you have this massive hole in his arms, which is cybernetics. Like, these make no sense. They feel very much like they're from the 80s. Why am I saying this? I don't know. I'm not from the 80s. Yeah, this is weird, to be honest. And we even got one more of them. Yes, there is another, which this is the only Playmates Rodan, is the Titan Tech Rodan. So when I saw Rodan, I was like, yeah, I gotta get this. So Rodan, pretty cool looking. You know, not a lot of articulation. It can move his head and his legs. Yeah. Now, let's transform this guy. And we're back, and this is Titan Tech Rodan. It's probably the best looking one, because the colors match well, and this feels like what Rodan would wear if he had a choice. Because I'm pretty sure Monarch just subjugated him to this. You know, he's got cool claws up here, and he's got these pipes right here. He's got this arm guard, this wing thing, I don't know what that is. And this vest. This vest is really cool looking. Even continues on the back here. And he also has these shin guards. So he's trying to protect this guy. Yes, that's what that means. And that's basically him. His wings don't have hinges. But I mean, he does look the coolest. Yeah, I admit. And that seems to be all the figures that I'm going to be doing today. I have two other figures that I'm saving for their own special video. And I know this is a very long form video, but I hope you'll watch it. But I hope you've watched this till the end, and please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. You've heard that 1,000 times before. It helps. I know, it's annoying to hear that, but it helps. And leave in the comments what videos you guys think I should do next. I am open to any ideas. I can do movies, I can do video games, do TV shows. I'm open to all sorts of things. But Peace, and I'll see you guys later.